Hello and welcome to the Elemental Go Forge. My name is Eric G, and this is my first video for YouTube. I did have to re-record all the audio because the audio is not coming through. I'll look at getting a mic in the future. But I'll start with myself. I've been working metal in my spare time for about a year now. I do blacksmithing, bladesmithing, and I've made some kydex sheaths for my knives. I'm always looking to improve my skills and technique. I am completely self-taught. Everything I learned from YouTube or online forums or just trial and error. My goals for this channel are threefold. My first goal is just to improve my own skills. I think reviewing everything on camera and will really help me. And also, I welcome constructive criticism from other blacksmiths who are watching. Um, Secondly, I want to assist others in starting their own metalworking journey. And thirdly, I want to support my hobby and fund new tools and projects and upgrades for my existing stuff, um, just to help me continue to create and make. Since this is my first video, I wanted to give some background on my own journey, give a tour of my shop, and lastly talk a little bit about the safety precautions and the PPE I wear. Originally, I started with a lump charcoal forge. I use lump charcoal and then coal. But most recently, a friend has helped me build this forced air forge that you see behind me. That's what I've been using, and I'm really liking it. For my anvil, I use a Harbor Freight anvil. Um, I know there's some controversy about them. Everybody says that cast iron anvils aren't any good, but it's cheap. It's been working for me for over a year now, and there are some dings in it, but it's still working. We'll talk more about it in a minute. And then you can also see behind me the workbench and vise, and over top of me is a little shelter I built. It's got a tarp for a roof, and it just kind of helps keep the sun off me, helps me see the colors of the metal better. Next, we'll go into the shed, and I'll show you some of my tools that I use. First, here on the left, you'll see my respirator, part of my PPE. There's a skill saw there on the table, some assorted hammers, files, um, my impact drill, my cordless drill, my angle grinder, which I've got a cutoff wheel for, flap discs, lots of stuff. Next, my skill saw, mostly for woodworking, my kydex press that I've made myself, um, and then this drill press that I just recently bought on sale. I'm excited to get to use that. I've got a 1x30 bench grinder. It's been working well so far, but I definitely need to upgrade it in the future. And this was my original forge. It had a forced air blower, and it got the job done. It worked. I was really happy with it. This is my toaster oven, which I use for tempering my knife blades and also working with kydex. And that's pretty much most of my tools. Now we'll go over and we'll talk about the forge and the anvil. So this is my forge. It's a propane forge. There's a forced air blower. It's got a ventilation fan that I found on Amazon, and I connected it there, and then I've welded on a piece for the propane intake, and it's working really well. It can get up to 4 heats. Eventually I might add a second burner or make it a little bigger, but here's my tongs that I've made. I use those just for moving fire bricks around to open and close the forge. Those are my professional tongs that my wife bought for me. And there's my touch mark. 20-gallon propane tank. You can see there's some extra space down there. I'm looking at buying a bigger one, but it's working so far. There's my quench bucket, which I use for fire safety and quenching. And then this is the anvil I was talking about earlier. You can see there's some nicks and scratch, but overall the face of the anvil is still really flat. The edges are still good. It's still working well. I've got it attached to the sawhorse with a silicone caulking material, and then it's just a regular old sawhorse that I bought, and I cut a couple inches off the bottom. Again, it works. This is my hammer, another Harbor Freight tool. I did do a little bit of dressing on the face and the ball peen and the handle, but it's probably my favorite hammer so far. This is my vise. You might have saw I've got a nicer one in the shop, but this one is the one I keep outside. I don't care if it gets a little rusty. And now we'll talk about PPE. So a hat, not really essential, but it helps keep the sun off, helps keep some of the sweat on my eyes. Next, goggles. You can see I've got a couple types of goggles here. First, just the plain ones, and then the ones with, and then complete closed goggles to help keep dust out when I'm grinding and things like that. Sound ear protection. It's important with power tools. And I've got a couple types of gloves here. Some just regular gloves, and then welding gloves as well. And then last but not least, especially important for me, is some sunscreen. I do not tan well. And next we have the clothes I'm wearing. I've got a 100% cotton long sleeve shirt. Helps protect me from the sun, but most importantly, it's no synthetics. If I were to burn or anything, it would not melt into my skin. It's really important not to use synthetics when you're working with hot objects. I've got this nice apron here, and a belt to keep my pants up, and then some denim jeans to, again, no synthetics. Then lastly, I've got some steel toe boots here. I really enjoy them. They're steel toe and a steel metatarsal, and they really help protect my feet. Definitely helped me a couple times. So that's it. That's the shop. That's our safety. I really hope you guys enjoyed this quick intro. I hope you continue to watch. Please like and subscribe. As with all things, I will continue to get better and improve with practice. Again, I welcome any and all constructive criticism and advice. And I also want to help others with their journey, so please come to me with any questions. My goal is to produce one video a week. You can check out my links for my Etsy, my personal website, and soon I'll be starting a Patreon. My Patreon, I'll plan to hold a monthly raffle for a tool or a piece of art or a knife. So be sure to check that out soon. Let me know what you'd like to see next or learn more about. Thanks again. Have a great day. I gotta think of a better tagline than that.